Rob and Jenny Telfer run a sheep and beef farm 70 kilometres inland from Gisborne. They were inspired to begin a new training scheme based on the Smedley farm training model. A charitable trust was set up to run the scheme, which is administered by a board and run separately from the farm.
We bought this station 7 years ago, in 2002 I think it was. We'd been dairy farming down at Fielding. Waipaoa station, it's one of the biggest stations here in New Zealand really. In its heyday it was 36,000 acres. What we're farming now is basically 2,000 hectares, 5,000 acres. It was quite a task to take on. 20 paddocks, and we've fenced it to 70 and put a big trough water system in, built an airstrip. So it's been quite a lot of work the initial years. Cost a lot of money, but it was something we knew that we had to do, and if we didn't do it, well, we'd still be sitting here running around in circles really. So all we need now is for these golden years to arrive that we keep getting told are coming. We've inherited 9 houses, wool sheds, everything from the original station, and I'd had 2 guys work for me here that have been through Smedley, and I was pretty impressed with both of them over the last few years. So yeah, it was just sort of something I thought about was maybe, you know, how about maybe trying to set something up similar and utilise those facilities. I ran it by my farm discussion group I'm involved with, Top Flight group here in Gisborne, on a day that they came around the farm. And 2 of them, Jim Brownlee and Pete McCarthy, came back to me after that and sort of said, you know, was I serious about the idea? And I said, yeah, well, I was. They basically came on board and the 3 of us set about trying to figure out a way of doing it. Jim Brownlee's probably been the main instigator of getting it off the ground, a hell of a lot of work, and everyone that's been involved, no one's been paid for it, so it's quite a humbling thing, really.
Last week,
yeah.
And he's indicated that we'll all go for the 9th, the next shearing school.
Yeah, okay.
And they need about 600 ewes should do it.
600 will do this time.
600 will do.
Yeah, no, that'll be right. Well,
my job is to coordinate the training program and work with the staff and cadets to ensure that the program is run smoothly. 2 words, work ready. So a young person that can go out into the agricultural sector and apply their hand, you know, multi-disciplined as such, and practically and have that theory backing to it. So they can apply a theory to their practical work.
On a straight angle, yeah. And then lever it out.
Just being able to use their own initiative and common sense, being left on the job and unsupervised as a matter of speaking, and be able to complete the job to task. Some of our better cadets actually come from town, and to a degree they stand to sort of gain a fair bit, not having a farming background as such. But across the board, again, we're looking for passion, we're looking for the want to be in the agricultural sector, and that willingness to learn, and then we come in and we help them with the rest.
You're not going to get much push on anyway. How you getting on, Jason?
Still pretty hard.
Hard going. You want to stick with that crowbar?
Drugs and alcohol, we have 0 tolerance, and that is outlined right at the start when the cadets come to interviews. I invite the cadets to actually write the policies. So the cadets and I actually write our policy for the running of the hostel. And that way, they are managing their own situation, and that's what they have to do when they leave.
We've set it up as a charitable trust, so it's a standalone identity. It operates separate from the farm. The way it was structured was so that the farm's available as a training platform, but any of the costs over and above what we would have if we were normally running it are basically handled by the trust. That money has come from donations and funders. It's a continual process of trying to find more funders, but it's been a really interesting exercise to see the people that have come out of the woodwork. The first guys graduated after the first 2 years. Yeah, really proud of them actually, really, really proud of them. So, you know, I couldn't have hoped really for a better group to go through in that first year.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.